As the blaxit movement gains more and more recognition and momentum, we are looking for places that cultivate inclusion, recognition, and equality. Is that Taiwan? Let's talk about it. Hi everyone, my name is Leah. Welcome to my channel. If you're interested in what life looks like living and working abroad, this channel's for you. In today's world, there are very few places that you will find where racism is non-existent. Unfortunately, the world is full of people that treat others unfairly, differently, or just badly because of their race, their skin color, background, or ethnicity. I'm going to try to give a little bit of context in this video of what an experience might look like if you are BIPOC in Taiwan. Now, I've been in Taiwan for 4 years. I personally have not had any hateful racism experiences in Taiwan, but I've had a few encounters that left me feeling a bit uncomfortable. And I'm calling them uncomfortable encounters on purpose, because if I had to compare them, they are nothing compared to the other countries that I have lived in. My experiences, or lack of, do not discount that there are many other people here who have had different experiences and a different story to tell. And I feel that it is important to share their stories because too many of my friends that don't know each other all seem to have these similar stories. So I'm gonna start first by saying there is a difference if you are black and you have a passport from America or any one of these countries and you are coming to live in Taiwan. By default, you're going to have a much different experience than someone who is also black that is from outside of the United States, or maybe has an accent, or who is a non-native English speaker, or someone who is from one of the other 67 countries in the world where English is the official language. I've watched a few YouTubers that have shared their own experience about applying for jobs in Taiwan, and they were either rejected because of their accent, they were offered a lower rate and pay because of the country that they're coming from. The assumption was that the credentials and the experience they have isn't as valid as someone from another country, or Asian Americans who wanted to come to teach in Taiwan but have also been unfairly assumed to have lesser English language skills due to their ethnicity. I also want to acknowledge that this seems to be a pretty prevalent issue, and that Taiwan, unlike other countries, they are acknowledging it. And on a national level, they are taking steps towards creating inclusive policy and practices. However, as great as these policies are, I don't think that they are going to necessarily extend to the ESL field, and I'm going to tell you why. Looking at history, Taiwan's long-standing alliances are predominantly with white countries like the US, New Zealand, Canada, Australia. They've all influenced the country's perception of the English language. Consequently, stereotypes and biases influenced by these relationships can shape how English is viewed within the country of Taiwan. So for all intents and purposes, at the top of the food chain are white people. What's even more troubling, but not surprising, is that many times white teachers still apply at places that have advertisements like these instead of using it as an opportunity to challenge the perceived stereotype and apply somewhere else. The second reason why you might continue to experience racism is because of the culture of the parents of the school that you are teaching. The influence of parental culture is also really significant here. While public schools in Taiwan themselves do not discriminate when they are hiring, some parents may have biases that will affect your teaching environment. They may complain about your accent or your skin color or even personal choices like perfume or soaps that you wear, leading to a challenging experience for BIPOC teachers. Schools that very much value a positive perception and tuition payments, because some of them are a business, are more likely to prioritize appeasing the concerns of the parents rather than address the possible racial profiling. Again, this is a country that works with what is good for the whole. What happens if you find yourself in this situation as an ESL teacher? I have 4 things for you to consider. Number 1, just because you have left America does not mean that you are not going to experience racism. You should be prepared in how you want to deal with those interactions. Number 2, know that this issue is much bigger than just you, and it should not influence your passion of wanting to be a good ESL teacher or diminish who you are as a teacher. Racism stems from years of passing on inaccurate beliefs to purposely marginalize people. Your efforts to try to re-educate someone or prove them wrong or relay information may not be well received, and it's okay. As well, it's also okay to challenge the system. Number 3, go where you are appreciated. One of the things that I can say about Taiwan is if you are in a situation that is really affecting you negatively, I do find that the recruiters and the schools will work to put you in a place where you are happy. I would rather go somewhere where I am appreciated for who I am than try to make a toxic environment work. And last, number 4, you can't change everything, but affect change where you can. Ignorance is the biggest catalyst of racism that I have experienced in Asia. There are so many great people that I have met that don't realize that their normal way of thinking is often offensive or is considered racism to others. My passport have allowed me to have these crucial conversations where I can advocate for other people that don't have the opportunity to experience what I am experiencing. And for that, I'm grateful because it's a learning opportunity for me. It's also a wonderful way to have a cultural exchange and to reiterate that English is a language. It's not an accent, it's not a region. If you are considering moving to Taiwan, I would encourage you to do your research, connect with other expats before you go to get their perception. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.